So this is the state guide, and let me just make it a little bit smaller so you can see more of it. I'm going to show you how to use this tool. It was just updated for 2016, by the way. I've got to constantly update it every 2 or 3 years because things change. All right, now it actually has 3 parts, as you could see here, part 1, and if you click on these links, it will take you to that section. Part 1 here, it talks about lien states, and it tells you what a tax lien is, basically. All right, and then it lists all the lien states, and if you click on any of them, it will go right to that state. All right, now, part 2 talks about the deed states, and it talks about what a tax deed is. Then it has links to all the deed states, and you will see that some of these states are in both lists because, like for instance, New York is some counties in New York sell liens and some sell deeds. All right, Florida, all counties sell liens and deeds in Florida. So you'll find some are on both lists. And then if you click on one of those states, it will actually take you to that state. All right, now also part 3 lists all the states. So, if you live in a particular state, what you can do is just check out that state and the surrounding states. Okay, or if you know you want to invest in liens, you could go here to part 1, find out who the lien states are, and then check out the lien states. All right, so that's one of the tools that you have to find out which states are liens and which states are deeds, and where you want to invest. Now, a lot of people ask me this, well, I want to know which state has the highest interest rate. Well, I will tell you that doesn't mean a lot, because the states with the highest interest, I'll tell you right now which state it is. It's Illinois, has the highest interest rate. In Illinois, the interest is 18% per 6 months, okay? And it's a penalty, not an annualized interest, which means that if you buy a lien in Illinois and you happen to get 18%, and that lien redeems in month 7, you get 36% because it's 18% per 6 months, but it's a penalty, not an annualized rate. Illinois is, by that regards, is probably the best state to invest in for a lien state. However, the redemption period is 2.5 years, and it's actually 2.5 to 3. You can extend it to 3 years. But here's the thing, the interest rate is bid down at the sale. So if you went to the sale in Cook County, Illinois, a lot of that was bid down to 2%, and this past year in Illinois, a lot was bid down to 0%. Why would they bid it down to 0%? Because once they have the lien, they get 8% on the subsequent payments. However, if you use an agent, the agent knows where to go. They know the best counties to go to get the good rates. And the agent that I deal with still can get really good rates on their Illinois liens. Of course, you need to have at least $25,000 to be able to invest with them, but you don't need that much to be able to buy the secondary liens from them. All right, so that's how you would use this tool. You could read through and find out what happens in each of the states. All right, if you're interested in liens, look at the lien states. If you're interested in deeds, look at the deed states. But what I suggest that you do is find the state that you're in. Like, for instance, let's say you're in California. I know there's probably a few people on this call, because I have a lot of people that come to me that are from California, and they want to invest in liens because they don't have enough money to invest in deeds, especially in California. Because let me tell you, $50,000 isn't enough for California, because those properties get bid up quite high at the sale. You need a couple $100,000 to buy a property at a deed sale in California. Well, at least 60, all right, 60, 75,000 at least, right? So what's a Californian to do, especially if you want to invest in liens? Well, a lot of them like Arizona. If you're in Southern California, Arizona's close by. If you're in Northern California, then Wyoming. Now, Wyoming does not have online sales, but they do take bids. Now, what I would do is, if I was living in a state like California, I would look at the surrounding states and find out which ones sell liens. I'll tell you right now that both Oregon and Washington sell deeds, and Oregon's not a good state because they sell their deeds at a % of the assessed value rather than at for back taxes. But that's all stuff you could find out by reading through this document.